Hello, everyone. It's William here from Allegory Gallery, and we're at our studio at Star Cottage Studio today. Been working on a few things, hanging out with some friends, and just having a good time today, trying to get a lot of work done. Andrew's been up all night working on a project, so he's probably worn the heck out by now. How are you all doing? How's Monday starting out for you all? I hope you're doing well. We've had some crazy weather here today. It's kind of the reason we're not outside doing anything. We're inside today because it is hailing, sleeting, snowing, raining. It's doing like all of that today. So how's the weather where you're at? Some people have told us that it's pretty nice around where they're at. Some people are really, really hot right now already. We're at about 34 degrees today. And like I said, we're nearly covered in snow again all day today. So it's really wild. But that's here at the cottage. Down in town at the store, it's a little bit not so bad. But it's very, very windy everywhere. And the road conditions are not the greatest right now. So if you are local, we actually closed the store a little bit early today. And we hope that you stay in and stay safe unless you absolutely have to go out, because the roads are a little crazy right now. So who is here out there with me? Say hi, please. Leave a comment. I will take this moment, please, to tell you to please hit share. If you are on Facebook, hit that share button. If you are on YouTube, please share also. With your friends on various social media. Let them know we exist. I think we're only 60-some people away from our goal of 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So if you've not already subscribed to YouTube, please do that. Let me throw up the banner here so that you can see where we're at there. We're still working on that. Today, we're going to show you a few more pieces from our pewter collection. This is our branded pewter collection, and it's fine pewter, and most of these items come in 3 different finishes: antique copper, antique silver, and antique gold. So we're going to talk about those and show you a few more of those. Of course, you can see them on the website. They're all there, ready for purchase. But sometimes they're just nicer to see on a video, right? So whether you're out there on Facebook with us or watching on YouTube, thank you so much for your support. I did want to bring something up. Andrew mentioned it on his personal account, I think. I think that's where it was a few days ago. And there is a company, and we're not going to name names because it's not like that, but there's a company that is trying to poach some of our customers. Andrew and I both have our friends list all tied up, and it's only friends that can see it. But we are thinking that maybe from people liking things on our page or leaving comments on our page, they are messaging people and saying things like, if you like what they have to offer, come see what we have. We think this is shady. There's not really any other way to put that. And I know, some people treat business like anything goes, right? And maybe to a point, some people function that way, but we don't. And we think it's kind of really shady what they're doing. They already have a much larger following than us. Probably about 5.5, 6 times what we have on Facebook, and about 65 times what we have on YouTube. So why they're deciding to do that, I don't know, because they don't actually do anything similar to what we do. Not a thing similar to what we do, really. This is a company that they're mostly, trying to sell things the cheapest way possible. They don't really curate much. They're not really into necessarily, making sure everything's the best of quality. They're getting things to you cheap. And in order to do that, they're claiming that they do pretty much wholesale pricing to retail. And, that's great. And everyone likes a deal. But what you have to remember is that if you are in the business of selling your jewelry, if you are a retailer, if you sell your own jewelry, if you have a license to sell your jewelry, it is large companies like this that are selling to everyone at retail that are really undercutting you too. And that's it's great to give great prices. We try to do the same thing. But when you are pretty much saying that you're wholesaling to retail customers, or you're in that kind of price point, what you're really saying is that if you sell your jewelry, we are undercutting you by selling these things directly to your customers. And that's something I'd like to point out and make sure people realize. This company is messaging our customers, like I said, whether it's from our Facebook page that they're seeing likes and going in and hitting message the people, or they're seeing people who comment on our page. Maybe they've infiltrated some of our groups. I don't know. But we have been told by some of our customers that this is happening to them. And we want you to know we are not affiliated with them. They're not people who we do business with. So it's really disheartening to see that, but we want you to know that we are not linked with them in any way. In case any of you get any kind of messages that talk about that, it's bad enough that they're saying, if you like what they do, come visit us. It's really a race to the bottom when you do business that way, and that's not how we like to do it. They also have a very large YouTube following, as I said, but in the most recent years, I guess they have a lot of things from before, but in the most recent years, they are doing no outreach there or on their Facebook page. They are doing no education. They are, they're not interacting with their supporters at all, at least in this kind of way. And this is the kind of thing, when you try to poach customers from a small business like us, they're doing it to other people, and it's another bigger corporation with prices racing to the bottom that are putting the small local bead stores out of business. This is the reason, these are some of the reasons anyway, why your town may not have a local bead store anymore. And it's really, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. All these years, we know that we could have done a lot just online. Maybe we could offer you better prices, or maybe we would have a better, system for shipping quantity online if we just went that route. But we believe that it's very important that towns, have bead stores again. We want bead stores around. We want that place where you can have a hub of creativity where people can come and take classes. And that's why we've never walked away from our retail store, as nice maybe as it could have been at times, especially through COVID, trying to keep it open and keep it running. And then you have people like this who try to infiltrate and try to poach customers from these small local bead stores like us to sell them cheaper things, to try to get them to move over to buying cheaper things. Now, we know all of you out there who really do support us and really do follow us regularly. We know that you see what this is and you know the difference. But there are other people who may not interact with us in this way. Maybe they don't do lives very much, and maybe when they see these kinds of messages, they do go over to this other site and they do say, oh, well, these are great prices, not understanding the ramifications that they are also selling to your customers at that price, which devalues your work. They're also, racing to the bottom with these sell prices. They're also inflating prices, looking at their prices and looking at their things and knowing what you can pay for them on our end of things, especially if you're doing if you're bigger like they are, and you're probably doing much more bulk buying. They are artificially inflating retail so that they can take a bigger cut for their sale and offer things like 50, 60, 70% off. That's how some people do business. But while some of their stuff is inexpensive, don't be tricked by that. And like I said, that kind of practice, by poaching customers, by selling things super cheap because they don't have to have a retail store, you're really killing off small, independent, local bead stores, especially when you're in their messages, in their customers' messages, trying to move them over to someone else. So we just wanted to let you know that that's happening. And if you get a message from them, we can't tell you what to do, but we hope that you take into consideration the fact that the way they're doing things and the way they're doing business is really, not good. It's not good if you appreciate local bead stores, if you appreciate the kind of quality that we try to, pass along to you. We curate everything we purchase. We don't just buy in giant bulk shipments and send them back out to you. Now, like I said, this is they don't sell necessarily the same things we do. You're not going to find the kind of quality stones and things that we have, but for smaller things and for things maybe like crystal or things like that, we just ask you to keep in mind where you're purchasing from and what kind of practices and what kind of things they give back to the community as well. So just wanted to air that out. I see a lot of people are saying I obviously missed something. Yeah, you can watch the replay on that. But it boils down to is there is a larger company trying to poach our customers by messaging them. We believe either from inside of our groups or by looking at our page and seeing who liked things and who comments on things, and then finding our customers and our supporters that way, and then messaging them things to try to move them over to their company. Like I said, we're not mentioning names because that's not something that is important. The important part of it is that you understand we are a small bead store, but we believe in community, and we do a lot of things for the community as far as education and building community, rather than just try to sell things for cheap. So just wanted to get that out there. I hate to start a video off that way, but we want you to know it's happening. We especially the other big thing is we want you to know we are not affiliated with them in any way. So no matter what they say to you, whether it's trying to partner up or whether they have things, we have things like them. We're not the same company. We are not affiliated with them. All right, so let me go ahead and let's see what's going on. Amanda says it's gorgeous and sunny, but quite cool. Our snow comes tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have more snow tomorrow here too. I don't know what's going on with this weather today. But thank you for joining us, Amanda. Hello, Julie. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Susan. Hello, Diana from Washington. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see, Diane says that not bad roads here. 95 degrees. That's crazy hot. We're at 34 and you're at 95. We need to split that somehow, right? Yeah, Julie says totally shady. Helena says that's disgusting, the way the other company is behaving. I agree. Marianne says tacky people, really. Yeah, and it's sometimes when you see a smaller company doing things like this, you might think, well, maybe they don't understand or they're new, that this isn't kind of, a shady thing to do. But when you see a big company doing this, and you kind of know that they're not doing it to just you, they didn't just target us for some reason, they must be doing that same kind of practice to other people. And that's why I'm not mentioning names. It doesn't matter who they are. The main important things are to keep in mind that, they're undercutting you if you sell your jewelry. And if you buy from them, you are supporting that kind of process. It also, they don't give back in any way. There's no education happening. There's no community building happening. They're just selling stuff for cheap. So just keep that in mind. That's all we ask. Hello, Suzanne. Terry, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Norma, Robin from hot in Tempe. Yeah, it's hot some places. It's really hot some places. Amanda says, my local bead store is gone. Yeah, that's the thing. When these big companies come in, it's bad enough when you have to battle the big chains, right? And you don't get the same kind of service at a big chain. You don't get, the same kind of teaching or learning experiences. And then when you have other online only retailers doing this, it makes it really, really hard, really hard. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining us. Hello, June. Let's see here. Susan had to serve the cats. Now you're back. Nice, nice. Terry says that is disappointing. Honestly, there are a ton of shops and enough bead shopping to go around. I can't imagine that poaching them will get very far. Well, they are, I mean, they have about 6 times the followers on Facebook and about 65 times the followers on YouTube. So it's getting them somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know how much, followers don't always indicate, sales or loyalty. But, it must be getting them somewhere because they continue to do it. Or they're doing it, period. And they've been around a while, a very long while. Hello, Laura. Thank you for tuning in. Susan says this poaching incident is disturbing to say the least. I haven't come across them yet, but we'll document and let you know if they bother me. Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Donna says, if I'd have gotten one, I would have blocked them and deleted the message. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's I would do the same thing, honestly, if it were me, for anyone else. I don't like that kind of practice. I don't like that kind of thing. I understand that, like I said, some people in business are more cutthroat and they believe anything goes. But we believe there should be some ethics and to business and how you do things. And we would never go to another shop's site and start messaging their customers. I think that leaves a very bad taste in your mouth. I think that's very, unappealing. It's unattractive. But it must work for them because, like I said, they've been around for a while and they're doing it now. So, COVID times are tough for everyone. We understand that. But I don't think this is necessarily the way people should go about it, right? Suzanne says sometimes cheap is cheap, and that's true, right? We have things that are inexpensive. I'm not going to say we don't, but you don't need, we know you don't always need the most expensive things, right? We have things at every price point. I hate the word cheap. We try not to do cheap. We do inexpensive, but when you start those kind of tactics and you're racing to the bottom with your prices, things can't be of the best quality. That's just obvious, right? You can't sell things of a nice quality for cheap. It just doesn't work. Lorraine says, good to be aware. Yes, thank you. Let's see. Susan says, Hubs is complaining about the chilly weather here. I told him he'll be complaining about being in hell's furnace soon enough, so don't complain, right? Yeah, it's like, I try not to complain too much in the winter because I save my complaining for the summer. That's what I say. You gotta ration out the complaints, right? But yeah, summer is not my favorite time of year. I don't like heat very much. Except for when it's cold out, then you're looking for all the heat, right? It's just funny. Diana's with us today after feeding dogs. Thank you so much. Susan says, I don't have access to a local bead seller in my metro area of 3 million. See, I try and talk about small towns because I know a lot of cities you might be able to find one still. But yeah, it's practices like this when you start trying to poach customers from your small local bead stores by a bigger company, and they start, their customers see lower prices and they move over sometimes, not realizing what all they may lose. So that's why we like to preemptively, kind of catch these things, nip them in the bud, perhaps, because this can kill local bead stores. And so we do hope that if you see anyone or hear anyone messaging you, or, if anyone is messaging you like this, we hope that you take that into consideration. If you do have a local bead store, they may be doing the same thing to your local bead stores as well. Donna says, I'm very suspicious of random messages anyway, and you should be, right? Everyone should be, I think. Let's see here. Donna says, I'm not a summer fan either. No, too hot. It's not the heat, right? It's the humidity. We have a lot of humidity here. I guess it is the heat if you're out probably in the desert, anywhere, then it's just the heat. But around here it isn't so much the heat. It's just we get very humid days, very humid winters all the time, or summer, all summer long. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to humidity. Plus, I'm very pale. The sun, it does not cooperate so much with me. All right, so that was that. That was a lot of time talking about that, but I felt it was important. Like I said, Andrew mentioned it on his personal account a little bit, and we were talking about it there. But you know, I thought about just letting it go, but sometimes you can't just let it go. Sometimes you have to talk about it, not to necessarily put anyone else down, but to make people aware of the ramifications of businesses like this and doing business like that. So, all right. So I wrote that we're going to look at some more of our AG Fine Pewter line. And I do hope that you are liking these. We're trying to find, it's very easy. There are close to 200 different designs. But I tried to pick out some fun things today and some things that we haven't really taken much of a look at in the way of like toggles and some tube beads and some larger hole things. So let's take a look. All right, let me go ahead. I'm going to flip this camera around real quick. All right, there we are. There we are. And I'm in between some of Andrew's work here, so sorry if it's a little messy. But I think it's pretty clean. It's a working studio, he said. He's looking very perplexed over here. You look perplexed over here.
I'm tired.
He's been up all night long. He hasn't slept since.
Show them the earrings from last week.
What earrings? Oh, these.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with those. Because I think you just posted that in the video, right? That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Or in the comments. Okay. So we released a kit that was Prayers for Ukraine. Everything for that except the shipping and taxes. So pretty much the retail amount, we are donating the entire amount to World Central Kitchen, I believe it is.
We didn't sell very many of them.
We have some sold, but you can still buy them. And we'll make the donation a little bit later because we want to get as much as we can together. But we made a Prayers for Ukraine kit, and these are some of the seed beads in that kit. And these little wonderful things up here are from our AG Fine Pewter collection. This is an 8-row, kind of, I don't know, call it a bell, 8-row up there. And then we also have some that are 12-row that are larger that you can use for bracelets if you want to. You could use this for a bracelet too. Julie said ordered some on Friday. Can't wait. Thank you so much. If you have ordered any of the AG Fine Pewter, we try to let everybody know in every video I do. I'm trying to let people know that there is a delay in shipping right now. We are moving our shipping department to the cottage here. We're just about ready to do that. So we didn't want to take everything from the cottage over to the store, just to have to bring it all back over again. So we appreciate your patience while that little delay is happening. It shouldn't be much longer now, and we should be shipping the AG Fine Pewter at some point by the end of this week. We'll start shipping out shipments of that to those of you who ordered during the TGBE. So, and of course, everything will go out in the order that it was, the order that it arrived for your order, the order that your order arrived. All right, so plus, yeah, as Andrew said, we're trying to combine shipping for you all. We know that our sale just ended a few days ago, so we didn't want to ship anything out too early because, you know, we like to save you on shipping when we can. No use paying all that shipping fee, right? All right, so these are the earrings that Andrew made using the Prayers for Ukraine luxury bead blend and our 8 spot veil here. And if you watched that video, this is the final product. If you didn't watch that video, you can watch Andrew's live. I think it was from last week. All right. So those are available in multiple colors, multiple finishes, I should say. And let's take a look at some more. I don't think, I don't have my penny, everyone. So wait, I have a nickel. There's a nickel. That'll work. Oh, Andrew has a penny for me. He's been gathering my pennies. There we go. Lorraine says, oh, good, I can still order stuff to combine with my order. Yes, you can if you had fine pewter in your order. If not, just check your email to make sure that an order didn't go out for you today, because we have been shipping things that do not contain the fine pewter collection. All right, this is a foo dog here, and the hole goes through the mouth and out the back on this one. All right, and remember, this one is the antique copper. They also come in antique gold and antique silver, as long as we still have stock. All right, so that's one. This one is an antique silver. I love this little bead. Hole goes top to bottom, and this is just a little floral pattern bead. Suzanne says, I'm waiting for Andrew to put his new fire copper online.
Which one?
I don't know. Which ones are...
Skulls?
The skulls, maybe. Yeah, because you were talking about those, right?
I didn't do it yet.
No, he hasn't done it yet. It'll get there. Everything gets there in time, right?
I don't know, because one of them popped off. So...
Oh, he's having issues with some of the welding or the soldering. So there's that one available again. Fine. This is fine or antique silver. It also antique copper and antique gold. And let me see. I have a bunch of these in bags. I have one other one that's already out of the bag. And this is an amulet. So there's the front. It is two-sided. So front and back. And this is the antique copper as well. Susan says the floral bead has an Asian flair about it. Yeah, like almost like cherry blossoms, right? All right. And let's see here. Next up, we have this little starfish. And let me actually change the banner on here, so in case anyone's watching, they're like, where do I get these on YouTube? You can't get them on YouTube. You can watch them on YouTube. You can get them at allegorygallery.com. So this is the antique gold finish in a little starfish charm or pendant. Susan says the amulet is stunning. It really is. There's a lot of detail, right? Even on the back, which is really, really nice. And then we have this Bali-inspired design here. And the hole goes corner to corner on that, like that. And this is in the antique gold. But most of these come in antique silver, antique copper, and the antique gold finish, unless we sold out of anything. Marianne says, those flowery beads are on my wish list. Awesome. If you like those, then maybe you'll also like this one. This is a flower with a stem. Flower with a stem. And this is in the antique gold. We have the Ohm Charm. And this one, let me find the other one. We have it in this size and also in a larger size. There we have the larger size. So that's the antique gold and the antique copper. Harry says those antique finishes are rich. Yeah, they are nice. And some of them really look kind of distressed, like they are antiques, right? That they need to be polished almost. And I really like that look. I'm really happy with how these are. So there are those. Dave says, got to get some rose gold. Wouldn't that be nice? that also really up the price of everything too. We try to keep the prices low. Try to keep the prices low. This is antique gold in this little kind of wave bead. It's just a nice little simple bead. A wave pattern on it. And more floral beads. Little floral pattern on this one, but this time in a round puffy coin. Hole goes top to bottom there. In the antique gold finish. I'm just showing you one finish of each. Most of them, though, do come in other finishes. It's a little hard to tell sometimes, but on the website, you just have to pull down the drop-down box. So if you see where it says one of the finishes there, you click on that, and it'll show you the others that you can choose from. All right. And if they're out of stock, truly, it will tell you they're out of stock when you select that particular color that you're looking at or finish that you're looking at. Here's a nice little, just a simple toggle. Simple but beautiful in the antique gold finish. Next up, did I show this? Have I shown this one before? I have. I thought I did. Let's skip that one then. Moving on to this one.
Show them again.
Show them again, Andrew says. Okay, I'll show them. I even picked the silver one again this time. Yeah, what am I doing? Here we go. There's the one I've shown you before. This big chunky one. Kind of like a lantern.
It's one of those carved beads.
Yeah, it's carved. It has a beautiful look. I should have brought a different color, but I didn't realize I pulled the same one again. I tried to move the bins. I must have forgotten to move this bin over into my taken category. So there's that one again. And that's heavy. That's a heavy one.
It's good for mala necklaces.
Andrew says it's good for mala necklaces, in case you can't hear him back there. And this one is a nice faceted kind of puffy oval. The hole goes through that way, top to bottom that way. These are nice, just a little bit, add a little bit of bling or shine, reflective quality to your jewelry.
Good for your dangle earrings.
Andrew says good for dangle earrings as well.
Catch the light.
He says catch the light. Help you catch that light. They're really pretty in all the colors. And then next up, we have an elephant, a cute little elephant. We have a few elephants. I don't know if I've shown you the other ones yet. I don't think I have. There are a few different elephants. This is one of them.
Good luck.
They mean good luck. Elephants are good luck, says Andrew.
And long memory.
And long memory. Who needs a long memory?
You.
I need a longer memory. I don't know if I want a long memory. You think about too many bad things. Too many bad things with a long memory. Don't need to remember all that, right? You could remember good things too. Next up, butterfly barrel bead. And this is a pretty large hole. So this is, you could fit 2, 3, probably even 4 millimeter leather in there. Suzanne says, I can see why you were drawn to this line. All looks so good and such quality. Will only get better with you folks. Thank you. We're hopeful.
It goes well with what we already have in our store too.
Yeah, as Andrew said, if you didn't hear him, it goes well with what we already have in the store, right? Matches with everything, goes really well with everything. I love this little butterfly barrel bead. Here's another toggle. Lorraine says, I just need a memory, right? Any memory will do. This is a beautiful toggle with the swirls and kind of granulation there. And you have this beautiful toggle bar. And those are available in the multiple finishes. This is antique copper that I'm showing you. It's also available in the antique gold and the antique silver. Next up, we have this drop. And it's hard to see the design on this. I believe this is another Bali Indonesian inspired design. And the hole goes top to bottom on that this way. So just some really nice, interesting designs on these that you can add to your repertoire, right? Add to your bead arsenal. Marcy says the swirls are nice, right? They're really nice in there. And here's just a design coin. Nice reflective quality there. And this, you can really see that antiqueness in there, right? In the grooves, the hole goes like this. Marianne says, my wish list is growing. Haha, our plan is working, right? That's what I always say. You got to show people things. You can look through all the pictures on the website, but I'm one of those people, sometimes I have a hard time focusing, right, on looking through almost 200 products. So that's why I want to show you these a little bit at a time. We'll do some more live videos with these as well. And maybe you'll see something you like. We've already done 2 or 3 videos. I think 3. This is the 3rd video, I think, like this. So if you've missed them, go back and watch them and check it out. Janice says, I need to get my strength back so I can go downstairs and work on jewelry and also purchase from this line. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Janice. We hope the same for you, Get that energy back, get that energy flowing, and get that creativity going again, right? Here's a little kind of wave swirl design in just this kind of cushion. Hole goes that way, top to bottom that way. Donna says, I love this line. The detail is amazing. Thank you. Here he said, this gets the ideas cooking. Yes, yes, yes. Marcy says, that's why I couldn't find Dolly or Cher on your site. Short attention span, right? Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I can just look at things over and over for a long time, and sometimes you just don't have that in you, right? We get it. We totally get it. Marianne says, video, it does make it easier to appreciate them, right? You got to show it. Here's kind of a dots and dashes design. Again, in that cushion shape. Norma says, that's true. I've paged through the pewter several times and I'm still seeing things that I missed, right? Yeah, sometimes when you have like a bunch of something, it's hard for your eyes to sift through it. That's one of the reasons when people come into the store, they get overwhelmed sometimes. And that's one of the reasons why when we have classes, we take people around and we guide them to help them find the pieces they want to use during the class. Excuse me, because it can be overwhelming, whether it's online or in person. That's also why sometimes you'll see in our Facebook post, or on our Facebook page, we'll post things sometimes multiple times. Like maybe you see, like I'm going to be posting, I'm sure, the Mermaid glass that we put up just last week, again at some point, because you can't always see everything, and especially with Facebook and all that, they just don't show you everything, right? So here is a floral, very large hole bead, spacer bead, or you can use that for a lot of things, but that's much more than probably 5, 6, 7 millimeters. That's a big hole bead.
These would be cute in a stacker bracelet.
Andrew said these would be cute in a stacker bracelet. With leather. All right, just 1 or 2 more we're going to show you here today. One is this mermaid, upside down. detailed on the back and front. The hole goes top to bottom this way. But that's a happy mermaid right there. She's got a smile. Happy mermaid. Just hanging out. Living her best life, Andrew says, right? Looks very content. Looks very content. So there's that available in the fine silver like this, the fine copper, sorry, antique silver, antique copper, and antique gold.
Ask them if they want to see the stuff I've been working on.
Andrew wants to know if y'all would want to see the things he's been working on all night long. If you want to see those and other things he's been working on, let us know in the comments. And maybe once I'm finished here, he'll show you these secret projects he's working on. Andrew says they probably don't want to see it. They probably don't. Donna says, tell Andrew yes. Jenna says, yes, please. Susan Dick, yes, yes, yes. Marcy, yes. Robin, heck yes, we want to see. Diane, of course. Norma, yes. Susan, sure, why not? Suzanne, yes. Julie, of course, we want to see. Love a peek, says Diana. Teresa says, yes, please. June says, love to see what Andrew is working on. Andrew asks, how many likes are up there? Did y'all hit that like button? Did y'all hit that thumbs up if you're on YouTube? Hit the like, hit the thumbs up, hit that love if you're on Facebook. This last piece I'm going to show you here is the antique silver eagle bead. Eagle bead. Susan says, don't make me come out there. LOL. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that love. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to us if you're on YouTube. Isn't this eagle? This is so well detailed. You can see the feathers. I love the detail. You can see the talons and the tail and the beak. The beak is a little bit pointy. And the eyes there, really nicely detailed. Hopefully you can see this. Hopefully it's coming into focus. Sometimes these smaller beads, it's harder. But that is the eagle. Let me set the eagle. Maybe I'll fit the eagle in right there. How's that? So there you have it. Another 20-some pieces from our AG Fine Pewter collection. You can get these all on allegorygallery.com. They are available now. And like I said, sometimes it's a little misleading. It'll pop up with, it always pops up with, I want to say it's antique copper as the first choice, because that's alphabetically the first one. But if you select where antique copper is, if you click on that, it'll drop a drop down that you can pick the antique gold, the antique silver. There's also an option for plain, but we do not have anything in plain. So don't waste any time trying to buy them plain. When we get into manufacturing these again, we may do a plain version, but so the placeholder is there right now. But you can't purchase any of that. Right now, just the three, the antique gold, antique copper, and antique silver. All right. And it looks like Andrew is ready to show you some things.
Who's ready?
Who's ready? So I'm going to step away a little bit. We'll raise this up.
You can sit there. I'll just hand it to you.
Oh, he's just going to hand it to me and talk. Okay. So let me move this back down.
Did they see that one already?
I don't know. Did you all see this one? Up close and in person, so to speak. This is the back. I've been there, done that. Bored, so bored.
That's stone on stone.
This is stone on stone setting. I still don't know how he did it. It's a secret.
Pain in the behind.
He said with a lot of trial and error.
He edited that. Yeah.
I edited that for TV, right? Edited for TV. So this is the back that he stamped. And then this is the front, stone on ocean jasper, all ocean jasper. Is this piece going to be on sale, Andrew, or are we just teasing people?
Eventually.
Eventually he'll let it go for sale, he said. Let me move these so I can toggles I got to be more delicate with. The rest, just move them out of the way so we can get this up here. Next,
Did they see this one?
did y'all see this one? I need to move this camera up. I might have to stand up.
Some of those are big.
Some of these are big, yes. Get taller in my chair. Did y'all see this one? I think you saw this one before it was polished up. So this is a very multi-petal flower with this carved face. Is that jet?
Horn.
Carved horn face. And it is a pendant. Or you could do it as a brooch with a pin through there, right? If you wanted to.
Big enough.
It's big enough for a brooch, that's for sure. I would love it as a brooch. What's next?
I haven't decided on the clasp for this.
If you haven't seen this one yet, this is Andrew's necklace, all out of ocean jasper.
Folks, they got to pick that one.
This is when Andrew and Cynthia stayed up late the one night making things together, and you got to pick that stone. That was the stone that the viewers chose. So it's this pendant, and then he wire wrapped extra ocean jasper chips onto the bail of the pendant, and then hand wire wrapped all of these stones together. And of course, he hasn't chosen the toggle yet. So he still has to choose a toggle, but there's one of the other projects that you may have seen him start, but not sure if you saw the finished, well, kind of finished product.
Did you show the back?
I did show the back, yep. Mercy said, I love that you decorate the backs.
They're fine. All right, this is the one I did last night.
Okay, and here's what Andrew stayed up all night and all day today working on.
Well, I have to Renaissance wax it still.
They still need to be Renaissance wax, but these are a pair of sapphire, pink sapphire earrings. So he did the metalwork out of copper on the back, cut it out in that pattern for both, and then on the front did these little flowers that are soldered on, and set the pink sapphires in the earrings.
And they cut the back plates out on the sapphires so that it lets light in.
Yeah, let's see if you can see that. So there you can see that the sapphire have the back plates cut out to allow light through the pink sapphire and also to lose weight, right? Because they are earrings.
That way it's not Borneo style.
That way, you don't get the big earlobes from these.
Super smart.
They are actually, you know, for as big as those sapphires are, look, I mean, these sapphires are not small. These are very large, penny size or larger sapphires. Rose cut. So this is what he stayed up all night working on and perfecting these. Andrew said he had something else to show you, but he can't find it now. So that, let me move this over, move these up here maybe. Look how pretty those sapphires are though. Wow. Wouldn't that be a delightful pair of earrings? And they're actually really light for as big as they could be, or as heavy as they could be.
Hopefully they'll be in a show in a snag conference.
Andrew's hoping to get these into a show. If you're going to the SNAG conference, that's the Society of North American Goldsmiths up in Providence. That's coming up in June. First weekend in June. So he's hoping to get these into the exhibition up there and be available for sale. That's the goal. And if not, then they'll be for sale on our website in a few days. If we miss the cutoff period.
I got the dates wrong.
He messed up a little bit on some dates, but if they do accept them, they'll be there in Providence. If not, they'll be going to our website for sale. So look for them everywhere.
Did they see the face?
Which face?
This one.
Oh, I think you showed them that finished one. The finished face out of polymer clay that Andrew started showing you how to make.
I never know what I show people.
So this is the finished face, if you haven't seen that. What about these ones over here?
Oh, I didn't show the patina.
No. So you may have seen, hello Suzanne, thanks for tuning in with us today. You may have seen these pendants.
Do you like them black or do you like them silver?
He showed them to you when they were not yet polished, I believe.
Give me one and I'll do it.
What?
I'll do it live.
He's going to do a live polishing.
You can see how grody my hands are. This is a pro polishing pad.
We're going to have these in the store again, hopefully.
Yeah. This is a very well used pro polishing pad.
Well, Susan says, I like how Andrew has the face moving on TikTok.
I don't have the TikTok.
Was it maybe an Instagram Reels, probably? This face, he had the eyes and facial expressions.
Well, I think I do have the TikTok, but I don't add anything.
He doesn't use the TikTok. So these are some things that he did. If you like those, they may be coming to the website at some point.
You should the bird one.
This one? I barely saw this one. And this one,
I like the black.
I like the dark black, kind of the gunmetal look.
Bluer.
Yeah, it really pulls out the blue and the sparkle in some of that. This is a big blue sapphire pendant with the large bail that Andrew is into right now. And on the back, it has a bird cutout. A bird cutout that helps,
like a raven.
That gives a little bit of design to the back, but it also helps light come through the sapphire. All right, so, excuse me.
I probably could have got it more clean.
So here's some polishing done on this, just a really quick, so you get more of the highlights on the top parts and the lowlights in the recessed parts. Or you can have it all oxidized. I kind of like, I don't know. I like both.
Yeah.
I like both. What are you doing? What are you doing? There you go.
Do the other side.
Do the other side. There you
It's a
go.
flower child.
Flower child. That's pretty cool, actually.
Or Borg.
The Borg. The floral Borg.
Locutus.
All right, so there's that. Jenna says, I like the polished one. I like them both. I like them both. All right, everybody, let me flip this back around. And
did they see this one yet?
oh, just when I was going to do that, Andrew has something else. He's going to keep pulling things. Did you see this yet? Did you see this yet? I don't think you showed anyone this yet. I haven't seen this yet. Here's a raven cutout.
It's super jagged though. That's fine.
It's very sharp. He's not done working on this one yet.
No, for blood drawing.
For blood drawing, he says. In case you get in a fight, you whip out your jewelry. Weaponized jewelry, right?
But don't say that you're going to CUT someone.
Yeah, you can't CUT someone or you get banned from Facebook for 30 days.
At least brown people do.
Andrew says, at least brown people do. So here's that one too. Anything else before I flip the camera around, Andrew?
I fixed this.
I better ask him this time.
See this. Now the cat doesn't pop out.
Oh yeah, I like this one a lot. I think I'm going to steal this and wear it. The cat in the house. The cat was a little bit flimsy, was popping out a little bit, so he redid that and glued down the cat.
I never had the cat inside of it permanently.
Oh, I thought this collar held it down.
That was the goal, but then I forgot to do it.
Okay. So home is where your cat is stamped on the back. And there's a place to put a pin through there if you want to.
Or a necklace.
Or a necklace. Use it as a necklace. Brooch or necklace. And it's enameled. So there is that. Another one of Andrew's designs he's been working with.
I think I'll make more of those.
He said, I think I'll make more of those.
But not like
but not like that. So not more of these, really.
Did they see this one?
I don't
like
know.
this
Did I see this one? You actually like this one?
But I need to.
Andrew's hard to please with his own work.
I need to put a cup bar on it, and I wish I did it in silver. That's another jagged one.
Yeah, that's a little pointy, but enameled raven, held in by this prong setting.
I love that prong setting if it's in silver.
You're gonna switch that out?
No.
No. Janice says, "Can you make a dog one like the cat one?"
No.
He says no.
I'll be honest, no.
We're cat people. Everyone knows we're cat people.
I only make what I want to make.
He's only making what he wants to make right now, he said. All right.
Maybe if I see a really cute dog.
He says if he's inspired by a really cute dog, maybe.
But probably not.
Here comes everyone sending Andrew cute dog pictures now.
No. I think what's next is going to be the usual.
Penny says these could be throwing stars, right? That's right.
They are when you get stuck in the polisher.
What am I showing these for?
That's going to be next, I think.
You're going to set these next?
Yeah.
You're going to be setting these next. These are Ammonite Cabs. And we have these in the online store at allegorygallery.com. I believe we still have some in there. If not, we'll restock because we have a boatload of these in the store.
Oh, maybe this one I'll set next.
And, oh, is that the Fordite? He has this too to set. Somebody was asking about Fordite, I think. I got a message to send a picture, yeah. I have to pass that. Or I see that. Or this. He's going to set this together. It's labradorite and a druzy slice.
Maybe a face poking out.
A face popping out.
You know, I like faces.
He does like the faces. So these are the next things to be set in some way, maybe. But if you do like the ammonites and you want to try setting your own, you can get those in our online store. And if they're not there, let me know and we'll add more to it. But if you search ammonite, you should find these and other ammonite specimens that we have available in the online store.
Those ones are from Morocco.
From Morocco. Marcy says, I've always wanted some Fordite. It's cool. It's a cool thing, right? All that paint, layers and layers and years of paint.
You want to see something terrible?
Andrew says, do you want to see something terrible?
I carved that one.
That's not terrible. Andrew carved this and thinks it's terrible, everybody.
It's amber.
It's hand-carved amber by Andrew.
That I will not be using.
He says, I will not be using that one.
That one will go in the forgotten place.
It'll go in the forgotten place. The bad place. I don't think it's that bad.
It's not good either.
Okay, so that'll go in the forgotten place. Oh, that's been a while. This one, Happy Groundhog Day, Punxsutawney Groundhog Club. Yeah, this we have a parade in town every year during Fort Ligonier Days. And it's like a 2.5 hour, what a small town, USA parade used to be like. We still have one. And the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club sometimes comes through throwing these coins out very carefully. They throw them very carefully because they are weighty. But Andrew says you'll get concussed. But we grabbed some of these coins one time and Andrew turned it into a pendant, which I think is really cool. Just a simple thing. Just bezel set it. All right. So I think that's it. Andrew could probably pull things all day long.
Apparently I've been busy.
You've been very busy.
It's like Cynthia when she shows stuff and she's like, and then there's this. And then there's this.
Right?
I said, I didn't know you made that.
She's like, I didn't know either.
What about this one?
I already turned the camera.
Hold it up in the eye. Oh, this one's messed up anyway.
Oh, what do you mean messed up? What's wrong? It's got a lot of cat hair on it.
Glitter in its eyeball hole.
Got a lot of kitty glitter in it.
No.
Andrew did these a while ago.
They may not know because some of those people are new.
Yeah, the new people may not have ever seen these before. Andrew did a set of these a long time ago.
Never again.
And never again. Yeah, that was rough, wasn't it?
Those ones were hard to make.
The hole goes through across here, across the top.
Some more faces.
Andrew's finding things. Before he finds too much more, I'm going to let y'all go. All right. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for, listening to my little beginning sermon or whatever it was. We just like to make sure that people understand what's going on. So thank you for that. If you didn't hear that, you can watch it, do the rewatch if you want to. But thank you again for the support on the AG Fine Pewter Line. It's been really nice to see the orders coming in for that. We can't thank you all enough because, when you spend money and you pretty much go into debt to do something like this, you hope that there's a return and you hope that people actually like and resonate with the things you're going into debt over. So it's really good to see that. And thank you all so much for your support in that, for supporting us however you can, whether that's just sharing a post, liking, sharing, and purchasing. Those are all great things. Commenting too. Comments are great. They help keep things rising to the top, especially in groups. So again, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. We will be back here tomorrow. Andrew will be doing a tutorial while I'm at my other job.
What do they want to do?
Andrew's asking, what would you like to see in a tutorial? He's giving you, he says no bezel setting. He's giving you some leeway to tell him what you want to see tomorrow. So if you'd like to learn something, again, one of those things that those big companies aren't going to spend time on doing, let us teach you something. Let us know what you'd like to learn, and maybe Andrew will be able to do it tomorrow with you. All right. So leave in the comments down below what you'd like to learn, or off to the side, I guess, this way, maybe. I don't know. On YouTube, they're usually, I think, over here somewhere. I'm backwards, so the screen is flipped. My brain doesn't work that way. What's that? That's the one. Yeah, she said yes before. Those are the ones, I think it was Suzanne talking about, the flame polished or fire polished copper, and Andrew's been having problems keeping these on here. So we don't want to send out anything to you that's going to, pop off.
These are hollow.
They're hollow. So they're harder to set just by doing the edge. So we're going to have to figure something out with those. But maybe they'll come out someday, right?
Maybe not.
He says maybe not too. So, you never know. That's what happens when you see inside the studio, right? That's what happens when I see inside the studio too. A lot of times I say, when can I put that on the website? And he tells me not until I'm done looking at it, or not until I forget about it. So maybe we'll hide these things and he'll forget about them, and then they'll come out for sale. Maybe. Maybe not. I
should make more stone on stone, and then there'll be like a capsule collection.
Oh, more stone on stone like these ones?
I've already drilled. And
he's going to make a collection out of it? Maybe. Maybe we'll debut an Andrew Thornton collection.
Maybe.
Again.
I have some pearls.
He has some pearls maybe he'll set. Susan says, I like to listen to Andrew talk while he's drawing.
But I like to put faces on the pearls.
So maybe he'll be putting faces on pearls. I don't know what he'll be doing with you tomorrow, but if you want to see something, leave it in the comments and maybe he'll do it. All right. So thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday evening or morning or Tuesday morning or whatever it is in your neck of the woods. Thank you for watching, and we will see you back here tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. All right. Bye for now, everyone. Have a great one.